Hello, my name is Stephen Breckenridge Oliver. I'm making this video today about, well, first let me give you a little bit of background. Okay, so I got all these ideas about inventing and medical and science and theories to put to test and physics situations to put to test, and I've had them since, I don't know, I was a teenager, my whole life pretty much. Looked upon different ways to make it all happen. First, I figured, okay, I'll write songs, get money to make it happen that way. Did research, finance myself that way. Well, they ain't done nothing but rip me off. Uh, you know, as many as I've written, all the patents, certificates, copyrights, movies, all that other shit, new products. And look at what they done, man. Ripped me off every bit of it, not one single cent of more than $6 trillion. I ain't lying to you. Time Space Monitor. Yeah, that's how we did it. That's how I work. That's my tool. That's my instrument. And we still use it. Started it in 1988. Now, I just, it's believe it, don't believe it, don't matter, does it? Alright, now, it's the truth. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant. You think I care what you believe? I want my money. It's my money. Okay, now look at how many choices I got. Okay, now I look around and I ask whose job is this? And according to Congress, it says that it's the FBI's jurisprudence. According to the Library of Congress, it's the FBI's jurisprudence. According to the FBI in Washington, it is the FBI jurisprudence. So I'm sitting there looking at killing everybody, or trying to do it one by one, because I ain't got my own courthouse. I ain't got my own jailhouse. And would you let them get away with it? What would you do? Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Now, okay, so my options are pretty limited, and that's what I'm looking at. One of the things I was going to develop is, because, there's Bernie Sanders, another thing, okay? Does he really believe that he's going to dissolve the United States Constitution without a war? We're going to kill every damn socialist bastard there is once they fucking try to make a move. I promise you that. All you got to do is vote for him and you as good as dead. Alright, so that's the way that is. Somebody done set it up and rigged it up to where communism could get on our ballot, even though it was illegal as hell, and they belong in prison for doing it. And why is this? Well, the FBI has been sabotaged from hell. So one of the things I was going to develop, say, as a painter, doing manual labor and stuff like that to live, make money here and there. As a painter, I painted one time. I wasn't actually doing the bathroom ceiling for money. I was doing that just because I wanted a new bathroom ceiling. I was painting. I didn't have proper ventilation, and I didn't wear a mask. I screwed up, and I inhaled a lot of paint. And then one time I was working with some fiberglass, and I inhaled a lot of paint. And I'm thinking, how am I going to repair my lungs from inhaling this paint? And another way I thought when I saw the movie Abyss. Y'all might know what oxygen supplement is. You might not. What an oxygen supplement is, in the term that I am referring to, is deep sea divers. They get down into a very deep pressure. And in this deep pressure, they suffer what is called the bends and other types of pressure-oriented effects to the human body. And, because see, standardly it's at 14 psi, and that's why we have to keep aircraft and pressurized, because without a certain amount of pressure to the body will asphyxiate and become unconscious, and everybody aboard is liable to just crash into the ground. So we can't have that. We have to have it pressurized and kept at a certain PSI. Alright, that's one of the effects in which pressure can have upon the body, and another effect in when it gets too much pressure, as in the case of a deep sea diver, then it'll push and separate the oxygen that's in your body and cause oxygen and the gas form to be in places where it shouldn't be. And this gas, oxygen, has an effect on the body, which is detrimental to your health. Alright, and so one of the ways that we deal with that is we build an oxygen supplement. It's constructed out of material in which is liquid. Now this liquid oxygen supplement we inhale, and we put like in the movie Abyss, you put a helmet on. And basically you've got a helmet which will hold the liquid inside of your body. Now in the movie it was the entire body that had the suit on it, and you just put the liquid in because you can't breathe air at certain depths. Once you get past a depth, if you can't breathe air without a certain amount of protecting pressure, meaning you can just have on the suit. And with just a suit, there's no way that you're going to be able to have the pressure protection. And what will happen is you'll have too much oxygen in your mind, and it's the opposite of asphyxiation. But either way, you lose consciousness. So when that happens, the liquid is inhaled, and you have liquid in your lungs, and it has oxygen in it, so you can still breathe. Now, the idea that I have is to take that liquid and add an antibiotic to treat your lungs with, and a cleanser to clean your lungs with. Alright, now you combine that with an analogic chamber. Now you may wonder what an analogic chamber is. You may not know. Unless you watch my videos. If you watch my videos, then you know. But really, I'm not making these videos to try and get to an audience of a viewing audience. If I get one, fine, but I doubt I will. Because, I mean, really, do you see a big production here? Does it look like I'm trying to get an audience? But there are certain people that I am trying to tell. And the people that I'm trying to tell don't care nothing about that anyway. But if you do watch these videos, then cool. I hope you learn. I hope, these things that I was going to develop myself, but I keep running into problems like corruption everywhere and hostile executive takeover of the state of Florida. Now, I mean, what the heck? I'm sitting here with a business license that's registered with the state of Florida. I can legally have all the marijuana I want, smoke all the marijuana I want, do whatever I want to with it, except one thing: sell it. The only thing I'm not allowed to do with it is sell it. Ain't that something? And these police, they don't realize it, that there's 106 of us in this state, and maybe 107 of us, that purchased these licenses right after the law was passed, see? And now, apparently, they don't sell them anymore. And if we lose these licenses, then we lose them. We can't get another one. So in other words, those of us that do have this license, well, we've got to keep paying every year to keep these licenses, even though we know we're not going to be able to use them yet. And all right, so I filed in federal court. That explains why I don't have money to do this myself. Huh? So what an analogic chamber is it runs off analog. You may be familiar with fifth state matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma, micro. Micro matter is matter in which can go through other states of matter. It doesn't matter what it is: gas, liquid, which means plasma. as well, by the way, because it goes through all the states of matter, and there are emergences of fourth and fifth state matter, such as lightning, for example. Lightning is both fourth and fifth state matter. Certain